boys and girls, our investigation of our plant parts is over, and now I want you to think about how you did. And I know you guys did fabulous, but I want you to think about each step in what you did, and you're going to give yourself smiley faces based on what you did. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to be reading across. We're going to be going horizontally, not vertically. So think of it like this. If this is a 100 grid, you're going to be counting by ones. You're not going to be counting by tens. And that makes sense because there's one smiley face, then there's two, and then there's three. So that matches up. Okay, so we're going to do that for 4 different rows. So let's go to the first row and let's look at what it says. It says, I did not look for plant parts. If you didn't even look for plant parts, you would give yourself 1 smiley. I found 6 or less plant parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. 2 smileys. I found 7 or more plant parts. 3 smileys. So this is what you would do. So you cannot take more than 1 rectangle because you have to pick. So let's say I found 6. Let's say I found only 5 plant parts. I found 5. I'll give myself 2 smiley faces for that, okay? And we're going to want to make sure we circle this on the document because at the end we're going to have to do something with all the different smiley faces. So you want to make sure you're keeping track. The next row across is about how you sorted your plant parts that you found. I sorted my plants into 1 or 2 different categories. I sorted my plants into 3 categories. I sorted my plants into 4 or more categories. You did a lot of sorting. 3 smiley faces for that. 3 categories, that's really good. 2 smiley faces in just 1 or 2 categories. 1 smiley face. The next one has to do with the magnifying glass. 1 smiley face. It's sad though, it probably should be a frowny face because this would be bad if this happened. I lost my magnifying glass. Oh, you couldn't do your job. I looked at a plant part with my magnifying glass. I looked at a plant part and drew a picture of what I saw. 3 smiley faces for that because that was the job, right? Okay, then after you drew your picture, you were supposed to put a picture of your plant sort and put a picture of what you drew on Seesaw. So this the last category is about Seesaw. I didn't put anything on Seesaw. 1 smiley face. I put 1 of my pictures on Seesaw. 2 smiley faces. I put both my pictures on Seesaw because you did your job, didn't you? 3 smiley faces for doing your job. Okay, so now that you're done with all of these different categories, I want you to count up. I want you to go and add up all of your smiley faces. So you're going to be counting on as you count your smiley faces. So in each one of these 4 rows, you're going to have 1 of your squares smiley faces circled and count them all up. And then I want you to write down how many smiley faces you have. And I want you to think, what could you have done to give yourself more smiley faces? How could you have earned more smiley faces? What could you have done differently? And think about that. So maybe if I only put 1 of my pictures on Seesaw, oh my goodness, I would have gotten an extra smiley face if I would have put both of them on there. Maybe that's your thing that you could have done to get more smiley faces. Okay, so go ahead and I'm going to fill this out, and then I want you to share it with me. Thank you.